Imagine being mid-flight when suddenly the ceiling panel above you starts to fall. This is exactly what happened on Delta Flight 2417 on April 14th, 2025, leaving passengers in a highly unusual and unexpected predicament. Tom Witchy, a 35-year-old from Chicago, was seated in 19B when the incident occurred. The flight had just taken off from Atlanta, heading toward Chicago, when things took a wild turn. According to Witchy, it all began with a sound they initially thought was a bag shifting in the overhead compartment. But then, out of nowhere, a loud bang echoed through the cabin, and the ceiling panel above him detached and fell. It came crashing down, almost hitting a woman seated just ahead of him in 18B. The panel didn't fall completely, but was left hanging by just one corner, dangerously swaying. Witchy, along with a couple of passengers nearby, immediately sprang into action, holding the panel up to prevent it from falling further. They did this while still ascending, making the situation all the more chaotic. I grabbed the corner closest to me, and the men across from me did the same, he recalled. The flight crew, unable to assist due to the seatbelt signs being on, had to wait until they were able to move around. For a solid 10 to 15 minutes, the passengers maintained a tense grip on the panel while flight attendants scrambled to find a solution. As time passed, the situation got even more intense. It wasn't just a quick holdup. This went on for nearly 30 to 45 minutes. During that time, one quick-thinking passenger, an engineer, stood up, balanced himself on an armrest, and carefully assessed the situation. He discovered that a crucial screw was missing, leaving the panel unsecured above the woman in the row ahead. The only way to prevent it from falling was to tape it back into place. The flight attendants, who were doing their best to manage the situation, eventually found a surprising solution: bright yellow Scotch tape. A fellow passenger who just happened to have the tape with him offered it up. And just like that, the team of passengers and flight attendants worked together to fix the panel temporarily, holding it up with their hands until the tape was in place. Despite the unusual circumstances, the flight attendants kept their composure and even offered free drinks to the passengers who were holding up the panel, although most passengers declined, joking that it was a bit early for a drink. As time went on, it became clear that the flight would not continue to Chicago as planned. Instead, it had to return to Atlanta for necessary cabin maintenance, making what should have been a simple one-hour flight an all-day ordeal. For their efforts, Delta offered the passengers 10,000 frequent flyer miles each as a thank you for their patience and cooperation. However, Witchy, who lost an entire workday due to the delay, filed a refund request, though he had yet to hear back from the airline at the time. The whole experience left passengers in shock, not just by the bizarre incident itself, but by the fact that the flight, after all that drama, was turning around and heading back to Atlanta. Delta later issued a statement thanking passengers for their patience and apologized for the disruption. They explained that the flight was delayed due to cabin maintenance and that the flight continued on another aircraft after a 2-hour delay. Thankfully, no one was injured. This incident is a testament to the unpredictable nature of air travel, where even the most routine flights can quickly turn into a remarkable story. It's certainly one that Tom Witchy and his fellow passengers will never forget.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.